So hi guys, this should be the last episode in my Minecraft series.
I promise I'll turn off the AI voice after a moment, but I feel very cool being able to just type something and have it speak instead of having to record actual voiceover.
Anyway, yeah, it's day 80. I still needed to go to the nether and my boots were almost broken, so I crafted new ones. And then enchanted them.
Well, that's enough of the music and of the AI voice. And it makes me feel like I should tell you that it's gonna sound bad for all of the video because I don't have an actual microphone. Anyway, here's your daily sunset. Well, it's finally day 81. I promise not all of the days are this long. So yeah, 5 minutes later and I'm going to the nether. So I needed to find a fortress again to get more blaze rods, but I also need Enderman's eyes, so I'm multitasking. So then, yeah, I was kind of tunneling around and stuff, and I finally found a fortress. It was a different one from the first one, even though I tried to go to the same place. I don't know, I found a fortress. I need some nether warts so I can go and be a witch. Hehehe, even more. Don't tell the piglins about this hack called stealing from a nether fortress. So yeah, I found the blaze spawner. I guess I'll just make an edit of that fight scene. So yeah, it's day 84 now. I made a brewing stand, but over here I couldn't access my crafting table, so I moved it. See that? I've killed 36 blazes. And they killed me twice. But anyway, I wanted to make some potions, but I needed glass bottles first, so I mined some sand and then turned it into glass bottles, and then I made some potions. I made awkward potions because you have to have that as a base to make any others. Then I made some swiftness potions and made one of them longer and two of them faster. On day 85, I did some more brewing potions. I made some strength potions and did the same thing of making some of them longer and some of them stronger. Up until this point, keep inventory had been on because I'd gone to the nether and I didn't want to lose my stuff, but now I remembered to turn it off. Dun, 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 dun. Then I farmed until the day ended, just as like the other 15 times I've done it. But hold up, the day wasn't over yet. I fought monsters all night, and according to this, I wanted music discs, which for reference you need a skeleton to shoot a creeper for. Yeah, that's how basically all of my attempts went. Eventually the sun started to come up, but it didn't really matter because it was thundering anyways. But soon I got overwhelmed by mobs and died, and then finally went to sleep for like very short amount of time. The next morning I got back all of my stuff. Boom. The voice is back. For a while in the morning, I just patched up a bunch of creeper holes. After that, I found some pillagers. Eventually, they managed to come onto the land, and then I got overwhelmed and switched my game to peaceful mode to make them despawn. I put away all my good gear and took out my iron stuff. Not sure why, maybe I wanted to fill the farmer role, because after that I farmed until the night came. And then I went to bed. Psych! I hunted some monsters, but eventually died, and then when I respawned, I actually went to bed. The next day, I got my stuff back again. I filled in some creeper holes, and then where's the sun going? Wait, come back, please! Apparently, I never put away the vegetables from last night, so I traded them away. I made the second brewing stand, not because I needed it for myself, but because I wanted to make this random unemployed guy into a cleric. He wanted to be a leather worker. But no, he didn't. Well, I mean, he did, and in that recording I gave up, but in the next recording I managed to actually force him to be a cleric. See, he came around. Then I killed their village guard and sold his body parts. For reference, he is mechanical. Please do not take that out of context. I accidentally punched a villager when I was about to trade more, and then his prices went up, but they should go back down eventually. We're at around the 30-second mark of this day, so I'm just gonna say farming, because that's all that actually happened. The next morning I did more farming. The other villagers have also higher their prices because of that little mishap, and I had to run back to get another beet so that I could get another emerald after that. Jump cuts! Then I smoked some fish and ZZZ'd. You will not believe your eyes, fireflies. A shack with 3 walls and a ceiling. It's enough to sleep for the night. The next day I kept searching for the end portal. Eventually I ran out of Eyes of Ender and was really confused because they had been leading me in opposite directions. So I spent a few minutes to check chunk base, and by a few minutes, I do mean it. Good job, you figured out the correct location. So then I went there and tunneled down until I found the staircase. Then I wandered around a little bit to find it, but I had to go to dinner, and then I did the rest of it off camera. And then I found the end portal. Did I use spectator mode? Maybe. But that place was like 100 rooms large. After getting annoyed by silverfish for a while, I broke the spawner and checked how many Eyes of Ender I needed. I need 11. I got the pretty short end of the stick. Then I went back up to the surface, and at some point during that time I was downstairs, it had become day 93. Then I started the trek back home. Then I made an ugly little hut that I slept in. Before I set off again the next day, I had to destroy said ugly hut. Then I did some sailing to get back to the village. Okay, something pretty funny is this is what I typed in chat when I got back to the village. The rest of the day wasn't that interesting. First, I just spent like 3, I'm not exaggerating, minutes just puttering around in my storage room and stuff. Then I did a little bit of farming, and afterward traded away some emeralds for a redstone I did not need for the cleric. I just need to upgrade him. Then I did a little bit of farming. That's not important though. Then I killed monsters all night. None of which being Enderman. I'm not very productive, okay? Then I killed an Enderman in the morning, though. He didn't drop an Ender Pearl. This is why we have clerics. Okay, fine, that's enough funky editing. Then I traded with the cleric. Now I can get ender pearls from him. Then I fought monsters in the night again. I don't think I've seen a witch before on this world. I think that's the first one I killed. It's day 96 and I haven't been editing for the past 2 days, so I kind of forgot what was going on. Then I did like farming and stuff, both in my house and on villagers' plots for most of the rest of the day. Right now I remember, I did some trading because I needed ender pearls, which I needed emeralds to get from the cleric. After some more farming, I killed some iron golems because you can trade iron for emeralds. There were 2 of them there, by the way. Then I harassed the cleric by waking him up and traded with him some. 7 more ender pearls to go. Then I went into the village and did some more trading. Now that I'm looking back on the footage, I can tell I was not very coherent because I could have just sold the diamonds that I had for emeralds instead of doing a lot of stuff I did. Yes, I'm doing more jump cuts. I will never stop them. While the fish smelted, I mined sand because you can trade glass balls for emeralds from clerics, and I really didn't want to do more farming for emeralds. After mining a bunch of sand, I went to bed for the night. On day 98, I didn't do much again. I mined a bunch of sand first. Then I turned my already smelted glass into glass bottles, which I traded away to the cleric. More glass bottles, and then I traded the emeralds for an ender pearl. Okay, fine, I literally left it AFK for like 12 minutes, but I was really sick of playing Minecraft at that point because it was like an hour and a half in, so I just walked around in real life a little bit. The next day I traded away my glass bottles, and he ran out of stock. Have you run out of stock of emeralds? There are other trades where you can get emeralds from, but okay, at least I got a few ender pearls out of that exchange. I found an enderman though, and thankfully he dropped a pearl. But then I had to do some more farming, and after some farming and killing iron golems and a bit of finessing, I finally had 8 emeralds so I could get all the ender pearls I needed. Finally, I have 11 eyes of ender. I am almost ready, she said in chat, completely forgetting that she needed potions. So yeah, day 100, but there's 50 minutes left in my recording. I did not manage to beat the game today. Before I set up for the stronghold, I got some wheat and turned it into bread. Then I spent a few minutes sailing and walking a little bit to the cave that the stronghold was in, and then I went down the cave and got to this portal room. Just watch this, it's so satisfying. So I don't teleport home if I die, which I will. Then I hopped in. You read that right, take 1, but I'll just show you a little bit of it first. Here I'm crossing from my spawn point to the main end island. Yeah, it was off to a bad start because I forgot all my potions, but that wasn't actually what killed this run. First I did what you do. I went up one of the obsidian pillars and destroyed the crystal. Then I tried to do an MLG in a pumpkin hat, so obviously I died. I went into creative to get my stuff back again, but then I died. Again. Just watch this clip. Please, I promise your attention span can handle this. Yeah, that really annoyed me, and I had been playing Minecraft for like 2 hours already, so I was on edge. So, yeah, I came back later with keep inventory on. So yeah, after getting back my stuff again and just leaving for like 2 hours, I came back into the fight and actually had fun this time. So here's some editing of that. Why do I keep doing MLGs with absolutely no vision to see? Well, it doesn't matter that much since keep inventory is on. I don't care that it's cheating. I'm gonna crash out if I have to get my stuff again. Yeah, the pumpkin gets in the way. And an ender dragon just fireballed me again. And I learned that's actually really useful to just grappling hook your way with water. Because then you can get down really easily as well. I don't know how I managed to pull that off, but yeah, 1 minute later that happened. Yeah, I kind of started using bows. Also, why don't bows work when the Ender Dragon is perching? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I died a lot of times. Okay, fine, last one, because it's probably pretty boring watching the Ender Dragon make me fall. For reference, I am cutting out some of my deaths still. The final blow. Okay, see, yeah, I actually read the full end poem. I like doing it. Yeah, slow it down, I guess. This is the full end poem, posted on YouTube. Then I went into lava to go back to world spawn. Don't worry, remember, keep inventories on. Yeah, I don't think I've been here since day one. Full circle of Minecraft, I guess. Yeah, then I ventured back home. I'm back again. And the potions are still in my house. Yes, I'm stupid. So yeah, I'm just having a little sunset to talk about some stuff. This series was so fun to make. It took so long, but it was so fun to make. I don't think I've beaten the game before in survival mode, actually. I'm more of a chill Minecraft player. And yeah, this was so fun to make, but this world has 17 hours of playtime. Yeah, that was a lot of editing to do, but just this episode somehow has 5.5 hours of raw footage. Um, when I first started this, I thought this was going to be a Minecraft channel, but now I'm kind of trying to transition it to being a more artsy channel. So without the Minecraft Let's Play, I'll probably have a lot more time to make cool animations and stuff instead of editing 5.5 hours of raw footage. Anyway, yeah, so goodbye. This is my last video on this world. Unless you really want another one, then I guess I can show you around it, probably. On the cat out.